Right now, but it's going up the east coast of Honshu Island in Japan. This is around the area of Miyagi, which is on the east coast. There have been warnings from the Tsunami Warning Center that the magnitude 8.8 earthquake could generate a tsunami of up to 20 meters in height. There was a tsunami of a meter in height which hit the east coast. We're looking at these pictures coming to us from Japanese television, showing us. Our correspondent, Harry Fawcett, is in Kuala Lumpur. He's been monitoring developments there. Harry, what's the latest you have there from the...
In the last few minutes, we've had a report from the Agence France Presse agency that the parking lot at the Tokyo Disneyland has been swamped by water. That's the first report I've seen, at least, of the tsunami. Firm numbers yet. We have heard of injuries at a graduation ceremony, for example, in Tokyo, when the roof caved in at that ceremony. That's according to the Tokyo Fire Department. No numbers there yet. Reports of numerous injuries in Miyagi Prefecture. That's the Kyoto news agency reporting that via their sources in the police in Miyagi Prefecture. Miyagi is the closest Japanese prefecture to the epicenter of the earthquake.
Harry, as we know, this earthquake, the epicenter was about 125 kilometers off the Japanese coast. Now, let's try and put this into some kind of perspective. That east coast, which would have received the brunt
inside its own urban borders, and all up and down the eastern coast of Japan, all around the coast, there are fishing villages and small towns and cities dotted as far as you can go. I've visited some of them, and every little harbour will have another small fishing port or a village, or you can only expect that people will have been caught up in the sheer scale of it.
Now, in the past hour and a bit that we've been talking, Harry, this earthquake has been upgraded from a 7.9. That's what we were initially told was the size of the earthquake. It's been upgraded to an 8.8 in magnitude. And as these measurements are done, they're done exponentially. They're not done along a linear scale, along a sliding scale. So this would be a very big earthquake.
Certainly it is an enormous earthquake. It's bigger even than the Kobe earthquake of 1995, which killed about 5,500 people. That was a magnitude 6.9, so a great deal smaller than the one that we're witnessing here. It has to be said that...
Now, joining us on the line is Brian Shiro, the geophysicist at the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center, which we've been talking about. Brian, what is the latest you have on the kind of tsunami that could strike that rim of countries around the Pacific?
Well, the tsunami from this earthquake, which has been revised upward to magnitude 8.9 now by the USGS, is certainly going to be damaging for the area around Japan. The tsunami warning is in effect for Japan and Russia, as well as the Mariana Islands, including Guam and Wake and Taiwan. The watch is spread out more along the other Western Pacific and Central Pacific nations. But we've already seen a sizable tsunami on the gauges that are reporting from the region. We measured one at 3 meters, for example, before the gauge stopped transmitting, which might mean the gauge was taken out by the tsunami. That happens sometimes. Our deep ocean sensor called the DART buoy detected a 1 meter tsunami, which is very high for such a reading away from the coastline. So this is a sizable tsunami.